And I feel like we get caught up so many times in what happened in the past and what will happen in the future that we forget that the now creates the future. And the more present you are, the more power you have.
Allowing yourself to be present makes you believe in yourself. It breeds an environment where you have to be spontaneous and you have to just go with whatever energy that you're feeling in that moment. Welcome back to the Socially Blessed podcast. I'm extremely excited to be back today. My name is AJ. I'm a pilot. I'm a man of God, and I'm the host of the Socially Blessed podcast. And honestly, I wouldn't be any of those things without God. So thank you, God, for all of those things.
Yes, sir. My name is Emmanuel. I'm the CEO of JB. I'm a filmmaker and real estate investor here in Atlanta, and also a man of God, man. Just be ready to be back on this episode, man.
All right, man. So you know the vibes. How you feeling?
Smooth,
brother.
Smooth, bro. Yeah, man. Today was dope. Yesterday I did 2 workouts in one day. I ain't never doing that again ever in my life.
Why?
Where it's too much. At least not at this point right now. It's too much going on. I think doing 2 different workouts, it's just a lot, bro.
What you did, like back and legs?
I did back and shoulders and back and abs. So I did upper back and shoulders, and I did lower back and abs.
Sound like a good day to me.
No, it don't. Bro, like if you don't drink enough water, if you don't get that right recovery, it's wraps. It's wraps. Get you some water. Oh, and Nature Valley. I said Nature Valley. Mountain Valley. Y'all definitely got to sponsor us, man. If y'all watching this video, definitely check us out, man. So, how about you, bro?
Man, I'm feeling good. Today, honestly, I'm just gonna be real. Today I went on a date and it was smooth. It was a smooth date. I think the date still is showing me that I'm learning more about myself. And I still think after today's date, I want to stand firm in going towards a year of me being single.
Yeah.
And really still doing that inner work that I need on myself. But it went so well that I guess if it was pushing like month 11, and I promised myself a year, but like if it pushed month 11 and I wanted to hop in it, it's not that bad. Smooth, man. I mean, but honestly, I'm just in the business of really just making friends.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm not trying to like jump into nothing, but I'd rather make the connection and make the friend to see if we could just be friends right now. And so that's just me being transparent, and it was a good day.
Yeah,
it was a really good day. Outside of the day, I mean, I started to get a little overstimulated this morning, bro.
Yeah.
Because I was juggling between doing homework for college, watching a YouTube video, or really just chilling.
Yeah.
But I knew I wanted to be productive, and I found myself getting overstimulated.
Yeah.
And so what I did is I literally turned the TV off, threw the remote across the room, turned my phone off, and threw that across the room as well. And I'm so for real, bro.
Yeah.
And I just got straight into doing homework.
Yeah.
Then I took a break and got back to myself, and just really calmed my mind, because I felt my mind going frantic. But really good segue in today's topic, which is being present, marrying yourself to the present moment. Lately in my life, I know we spoke about meditation in the last video, self-awareness, mental health, anxiety, and stress, all of these self-work things that you can do to make yourself, optimal.
Yeah.
One of the biggest things that I've been reminding myself lately is to be present.
Yeah.
To be freaking present, man. It's so many times in my life where I'm out and I'm in an important situation. I could be at a conference and somebody can be talking to me in my face about something very important, and my mind drifts off. My mind is thinking about the next thing. And now that I've been reminding myself to be present, I'm enjoying life more. I'm not worried about tomorrow's problems. I'm not worried about the next hour. I'm being present. Yeah. And it allows me to get the most out of the moment and be myself.
Yeah. I think your presence is power. I think your power stems from how present you are.
Yeah.
You know, and even when people talk about social skills, being charismatic and being a magnetic individual, it all stems from you being present.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because half the time we kind of like put ourselves in this bundle of stressors and anxious thoughts. We put ourselves in our past traumas. We put ourselves in future things that we
Obligations.
want. Yeah, things that we want to happen in our reality. But really, in all honesty, man, the future and the past don't really exist. You can't go back. You can go back mentally, but physically, and this 3D, yeah, you can't. There's no way. You feel what I'm saying? And I feel like we get caught up so many times in what happened in the past and what will happen in the future that we forget that the now creates the future.
Exactly.
You feel what I'm saying? Exactly. The now is what creates what comes next. So the things that you're putting out now is what you're going to get back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if you're putting out that negative energy, and even what we talked about in the last podcast, 2 weeks ago, about meditation, you know what I'm saying? What we don't truly understand is that what meditation allows us to do is be present.
Be more present. Yeah.
Be more aware. Be more, aware of what's going on. And that's the reason why even, before we shoot with y'all, man, we meditate. We meditate so that we can be fully present in this moment, minds clear, focused on what we need to say, how we need to say it, what's going on in our lives, so that we can be able to adequately give you guys not only advice, but also connect on our own things. Yep. You know what I'm saying? Because our own connections can give y'all maybe some power and strength in y'all lives. And yeah, man. So I feel like being present is power.
Yeah.
And the more present you are, the more power you have.
Bro, that's really powerful what you said, because even on today's date, like if I was not on this journey of just self-awareness, self-improvement, mental health, just watching my mind, right? Because I'm a man of the Bible, and the Bible says be transformed through the renewal of your mind.
Yeah.
So I'm really heavy on the mind lately. And I think I could have let today's date slip up and been bad.
Yeah.
If I was not present and I was focused on the past relationships,
Gotcha.
Doing some things with my past relationship that I experienced today, or those moments came up where I was like, oh, I did this with such and such, and I could have let my mind go through that wormhole, but I said, no, I'm going to be present. I'm going to enjoy the now, right? And one of the things that resonated with me as you was talking about your presence is power, bro. Like you really are your best self when you're in the present moment. And you're being your unique self in the present moment as well. I believe that is so, because in the present moment, you're not thinking about the next thing. You're just thinking about giving your everything to whatever's in front of you at that moment.
Yeah.
Energy is everything.
Yeah.
And when you give your energy to something in the present moment and you're actually present in that moment, bro.
Yeah.
It's crazy what you create. It's crazy what you can create.
Yeah. Another thing is even with being present, I think that a lot of people get stuck on, oh yeah, mate, I am present. I'm talking to this person. Or I'm being present when I walk into different places. But what presence truly is you're not even thinking. It's like more so like I'm just focused on what is happening right in front of me, nothing else. I'm not thinking thoughts of the future, no thoughts of the past. No thoughts are going through my mind. That's what people call flow, or being flow state. You feel what I'm saying? You can't be in a flow state if you're not present. You feel what I'm saying? So I feel like even when you go different places, if you find yourself talking to yourself about where you are, like I used to struggle with social anxiety.
Yeah.
Going places and thinking what people got to say about me. I mean, now I'm like 10 times better than how I used to be, because now I really don't care, because I've picked up a camera, and now, when you go places, you gotta not care about what people think.
But how did you overcome social anxiety and learn to be present?
Meditation. That was like really my biggest thing, because I started to kind of like dissolve all those mental limitations that people care about. Most people only project what they have within themselves. They only project themselves outwardly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like when you have people who talk crap about what you're doing, really they want to do what you're doing. They want to have the audacity to do what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Like when I'm out, I had people say, oh, like God, kind of like frown upon me, and like, you know, I didn't really think about what are they saying about me. I just kind of noticed it. It was just like, oh, okay. You know, and I've had people kind of like ask me questions like, oh, do you just film everything? I'm just like, yeah. Like what? Like you think I'm gonna be, you know what I'm saying? Like some people get moved by that and moved emotionally. I don't even get at my emotion, because half the time those people who do have a problem with what you're doing, they want to be like you. They probably suck in their life, you know? And the thing is, even goes back to that statement where people, somebody was saying, people who are doing better than you don't really hate on you. They don't talk about you. They just be like, hey man, keep doing what you're doing. Like if somebody came up to me first in this field of doing camera work and they are a complete beginner, I'm not finna hate on them. Like, it's like, bro, I used to be there, you know what I'm saying? So I think that once I dissolve all these mental limitations through meditation and being aware of what thoughts are false, what thoughts are lies, that's when I kind of got to this point where I was like, who cares?
Yeah.
Who cares?
Allowing yourself to be present as well makes you believe in yourself
more. Yeah.
It makes you believe in yourself more, because it breeds an environment where you have to be spontaneous and you have to just go with whatever energy that you're feeling in that moment. I mean, and the reason how I got over just not being present and starting to become more present is to just go and start talking to people.
Yeah.
Go and start introducing yourself to people.
Yeah.
And that allowed me to get out of my head, because I used to always think the same thing, like somebody's always thinking about saying something about me in a negative way, yada, yada, yada. And one thing that I learned in this lifetime, whether you're doing good or bad, bro, people gonna have something to say. Always gonna have something to say. And more times than not, people are not talking smack about you. They're admiring you, but they're just not saying it. I had my dearest friend, Grace, at school. I would have never thought she said this to me, would say this to me. And it's not that she's a horrible person, but she just doesn't really outwardly express like how she's proud of me. And one day she said, AJ, I want you to know that your determination and the things that you do show, and you inspire me to do better. And it was funny because I was so surprised. I asked her, I said, why? What do you want from me? You want me to go do something for you? What you want? You want me to go to the store for you? But it was so crazy because she actually had been seeing my work from the podcast, seeing the work I do around school, my work ethic just everywhere that I go, and how present I am, the way I present myself to people. And it inspired her. Yeah. We buy into the limitations of others, and then now it's like, now we're believing in what they believe in. Like, even growing up, I used to think that most of my problems that happen now, or most of my problems that could happen in the future or happen to other people in the past, were just how they live their life, or how somebody would live their life. I'm not living the same way. But presence gives you peace too. Yeah. Why do I say presence gives you peace? Because when you're present and you're in the present moment, whether it's good, bad, you have something to focus on now, right? And you can rest in the fact that you know that you got something in front of you. You're not worried about what happened in the past. You're not worried about what's going to happen in the next hour. You're just focused on what's happening and what's going on within you now. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I think another piece too also is presence keeps you in this detached state. Like you're not attached to anything when you're present. Like I found that whenever I'm attached the most is because I built up some type of limitation or something within my mind that's connected to whatever I want. Like, let's just say you want to talk to a girl, right? You already built up in your mind that, I don't know how this could go. Hopefully she said yeah. Hopefully she like me. Hopefully, you know what I'm saying? Bro, just go speak, bro. You feel me? That's what I said. It's good to be spontaneous, bro. Yeah, just be present, bro. Don't be attached to anything. And I found that I do my best on certain things when I'm fully present. Yeah. Like even speaking to people, working on stuff, working on bookings and working, filmmaking stuff, I've always found that whenever I am the most present, I do my best work. And I feel like that is like
is so important. You know what I'm saying?
So let me ask you a question.
What's up?
Because this literally just came to me. Do you think being present requires less thinking?
Yes. There's no thinking involved. I really feel like there's no thinking involved when you're present. Because I feel like even goes back to another podcast we want to speak on. Thinking is a survival mechanism. Thinking, in my opinion, I understand it's supposed to be used in the now moment. However, we tend to put ourselves on the deep end of things when it's as simple as being present in that moment.
Right. The overthinking.
Yeah.
I think, I mean, and it's not like we're saying just, be dumb. Think about what you do before you do it. You're going to think regardless.
Yeah.
But don't have an extended thinking.
Yeah.
If you know you want to do something and it feels good and it's off of your highest excitement, just go and do it. You know what I'm saying? Just
go and do
present, bro. Because I feel like when we start thinking a long, extended period of time, that also allows the negativity to flow in. We have how much? I think they say we have around like maybe 60,000 thoughts a day or something like that.
80% of those.
You'd be a madman to believe that all of those thoughts are always positive.
They're not.
They're not always positive.
But I'm gonna tell you why they're not always positive. Our most dominant state is supposed to be a normal, positive. Like think about babies when they first born. They just joyous, happy, ready to do whatever, right? Number one, their brains haven't fully developed. And they're, in my opinion, they're closer to God than we are. The people that study theology and religion and all, they're farther away than babies are. Babies, when they come out the womb, they just fun and joyous. And they are fully present because they have no mechanism within their being that can obstruct them from being present.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Thinking obstructs us from being present. You feel me? So I think that thoughts have their place, but when we are bombarded with so much negative activity, what we pay attention to is also our power as well. When we place our attention, and I feel like there's an agenda out today about, being negative. There's a lot of negative crap out there. Man-made food and, it's not good for us. The music we listen to, the people we talk to, drugs.
The election.
Yeah, all that
It's
crap,
so much,
bro. It's so much negativity that's being placed in front of our attention. So no wonder our thoughts are always negative.
And it takes away from you too. Like it really, really, really takes away from you. Like in those moments, like it almost is like when you're presented with all the the stuff that we look at on social media. And social media is not a bad thing, but sometimes you have those times where you're just seeing a bunch of like, somebody that you went to high school with died.
Yeah.
And then, you got whatever's going on, election or somebody, just stuff, right? And then later on in the day, you could be doing something and then those thoughts arise.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's just so much that pulls away from us, bro.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's really important. And I think the process goes like this, right? It's get right within your spirit. And that moment when you are trying to be present in any moment that you're at, right? Make sure that the thoughts align with your highest excitement.
Yeah.
If it feels good and it makes sense, bro, do it.
Sometimes it don't even have to make sense.
I was just about to say that. Sometimes if it don't make sense, I know that sounds crazy, but sometimes if it don't make sense, as long as it don't kill you or you put you in jail.
I mean, jail and killing and death and all that is not highest excitement. That's not
right. I'm not saying don't think before you do, but like sometimes the stuff that works out for us doesn't always make sense to us in the present moment until you act on it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So I
feel like also too, I feel like honestly, even though what AJ just said was like think before you act sometimes. However, I think the thinking comes in place when we are about to do something negative. I think that is when we need to think before we act. But when it comes down to your highest excitement, I don't think at all, bro. I just do. Just like Nike, just do it.
I'm seeing you do it plenty of times. Bro, I'm telling you, me and him have the best like freaking broship. Like when we not on this podcast, bro, we be in Target, we be in Smoothie King.
And bro, he'll tell you. I just talk to everybody, bro. I don't think
Just be being present. And when I've been present and I'm around him, those be the best days ever, bro.
Yeah.
Because it's like, it's freeing when you don't have to think, bro. You could just be in the present moment. It's freeing, bro. It's liberating. I'm telling you.
Yeah, bro. And also too, I also want to talk about being also overstimulated, like you talked about in the first part of this podcast.
Oh yeah.
Overstimulation's bro. It's like you put yourself in a state where you always think. Like overstimulation is like you put so much in front of you, right? That is so much on your mind at one time. What do you think that's gonna correlate to?
But sometimes
mad thoughts.
Sometimes we don't put so much in front of us though. Sometimes life naturally just puts us in environments when there's so much in front of us.
Yeah.
Right? Because I've been at school sometimes and then there's something going on and then there's a lot of people around me. A lot of people get overstimulated when they're at big events around other people.
Yeah.
Right? So in those moments, I'm gonna just call on another episode right now, bro. What allowed me to drown out enough noise for me to be present when there's a lot of noise going around me is just meditation. Meditate.
Yeah.
Meditation trains you to drown out noise by training you to drown out your own thoughts.
Yeah.
If you can drown out your own thoughts in meditation and silence your mind and just be present with breathing and being calm, you can do it around an event with 200 plus people. Because the same voices you hear in your head is going to sound like the same voices that's going on when you're at that event.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and you're able to be laser focused on a lot of things, bro. I think meditation, like, you know, if y'all haven't went to go see that video, go watch it. We definitely talk about, you know, what is meditation. We did it in the first part of the video, just sitting still with yourself and kind of like centering yourself, so then you're not swayed by what happens outside of you. But in those moments, I've found that, like, bro, when I'm overstimulated, bro, like my thoughts go crazy. I'm anxious. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, what is going on? Like, you know what I'm saying? And like you did earlier today, you threw the phone across the room. You sat with yourself and just said, let me breathe, right? Meditation is the door to presence. Meditation opens the door to presence. The more presence you are, right? Not just the more power you have, but more access you have to things. It's like everything becomes available in front of you that you've basically missed all the times that you weren't present. You're not seeing how many opportunities are in front of you. And even when it goes down to like going after goals and making money and doing the things you really love, the only way that you're gonna be able to get to those dreams and desired goals and stuff like that is through presence. And the more present you are, not only, also too, I feel like the Holy Spirit and your intuition merges with your present, right?
Yeah.
Because you can't take the guidance of the Holy Spirit or can't take the guidance of your intuition if you're bombarded with so many thoughts. Because this thought is telling you go that way, this thought telling you go that way. You got 50 million different routes.
We're made in the image of God, in His likeness. We are God. That God dwells within us.
Yeah.
And what is that God? He's a present, all-knowing, omnipresent God. Omnipresent means He's there all the time in that moment.
Always active.
I don't, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. This is why I love being socially blessed, because y'all could tell me about myself, but I don't know nowhere in the Bible where it says God is a past God or He operates in the past.
Yeah, or God operates in the future. God operates in the now. Yes.
I mean, I might have not read it yet, but I don't know nowhere in the Bible where it says God is a past God.
Yeah.
Bro, God is worried about what you got going on now.
Right now.
Omnipresent. He's all-knowing. He's in front of you at this moment.
And that's the only place in that presence that you can communicate with God. You can't communicate with God in the past. How you gonna do it?
How you gonna do that, bro?
How you gonna do it?
Right.
How you gonna go to the past and then, you know what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna be like, God, I want to talk to you 30 minutes ago. I want to talk to you in an hour.
Right.
From now.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
Like what?
For real, bro. Like, bro, God is not a past God nor a future God. God exists now at all times. Your presence is power, bro. because in that moment you can communicate with God at any moment, and you can also be present in whatever you're doing. You're able to flow. Like I've seen myself, like for real, like I've seen myself work on things and get more done in 2 hours than I would ever get done in a whole day. And I'm
the
like,
last video we just did,
bro, facts. The last video we just did 2 weeks ago, I don't know if y'all want to go see that meditation video we talked about. I literally sat down for 3.5 hours and it felt like an hour. And I was just locked in. And then
flow state, bro.
Yes.
Crazy.
Yes. And you will find yourself in a mode where time will go super fast. You gonna have, it's like this place where, you know, when y'all go to sleep at night and you don't know when you're about to go to sleep, but then you wake up and it felt like 5 minutes passed or an hour passed and it's really been 8 hours. That's how the flow state feels.
Yep.
Flow state feels just like that. It's just feel like time doesn't exist.
Yep.
Space doesn't exist. I'm in this mode of like, and my boy Emmanuel at the school, at school I work at, shout out to Emmanuel, bro, like he's seen it. He was like, bro, like you was just like locked in.
You know what was crazy about that though?
What?
If you really want to learn how to be present, do things that you love to do. And I don't mean like, bro, like the thing that you know is going to make you happy, that you know you would do without somebody paying you.
Yes.
Find a way to feel that feeling, whether it's listening to music, whether it's find whatever it is. I don't know.
And stay there.
And just stay there.
Just stay there.
Reason why I'm saying that is because we always know that we're being present when we say, damn, it's 2:00 already.
Right.
That means you're doing something that you really love, bro. So find that thing that makes you be present and makes time seem like you don't care about it.
It don't exist. It don't exist when you're present. Time never exists. It can't exist in the present. Because if time is able to speed up or slow down, that means that number one, it's not a construct like gravity, in my opinion. It's gravity, you jump off a building and you're gonna hit the ground. You know what I'm saying? Time is, in my opinion, just something that we use to kind of manage our day-to-day life. However, if it's able to speed up or slow down based off of how present you are, bro, that means it's not something that is real, in my opinion. Something that is real, it doesn't matter what goes on, how it goes on, when it goes on, where it goes on, it's still gonna be the same thing. It's still gonna be the same thing, operate the same way. Like law of gravity is gonna operate the same way all the time. You feel what I'm saying? But if time has these, it's sped up for me, it slowed down. That means that it's something that you're doing, right? Like as we're talking about presence, it's something that you're doing that's either speeding it up or slowing it down. Have y'all ever seen like the things you don't like to do? Time, like when you at work, bro. If you got a warehouse job, or you working at Kroger's, or you working at a restaurant, time just be slow
because you're not present.
Exactly. But I'm telling you, bro, when I used to work at Zaxby's, bro, when I was washing the dishes, it felt like time would speed up because I was present, watching every single dish, or I was listening to music, and I was about to say, I was like,
because I know good and well you did not enjoy washing them dishes to the point where you was present, bro. You had to have done something to make you present in that moment, and what it was is you found something that you loved that made you feel good, which was the music, right? That made you feel like, bro, all right, I can wash these dishes, and that's why I'm saying, like, your moods can be influenced by what you love to do. So that can be music, that can be a past memory that you can call on, and you can call back on that feeling and make you feel good so you can be more present in the moment to be happy. Your mood really decides your future, and that's another video we got coming for you guys.
Yo, we got a lot of heat.
Hey,
we got a lot of
mood decides your future.
That's gonna be a go.
This is all I'm gonna say. It starts off with a thought. That thought has energy, and that energy is a certain frequency.
Yep.
That certain frequency then gets put out towards God.
Yeah.
And God scans it like beep.
Yeah.
Okay, this is the reality that I'm gonna give him because this is the energy that he's presenting in this present moment.
Yeah.
Right? So your mood influences your future.
It's gonna be a good
episode. Coming.
It's definitely coming. And it's gonna be a hot topic. I feel like a lot of people, it's gonna be a very controversial topic. But like I said before in other podcast videos, we don't give y'all stuff that we have not done ourselves. We are just, and I had some people come to me ask me like, are y'all kind of like giving the answers to everybody? Like y'all know it all? I'm like, no, we just giving our own physical accounts of things.
Seriously, like,
and we've done this. Like, bro, like when we talk about presence, we've been present and seen how time speeds up. Things just happen. People just giving us that type of energy that we give out. You feel what I'm saying? We've been present with things that we love to do, and we've seen like, bro, it's power in the presence, bro.
And I'm so tired of I'm tired of the reason why, like, I guess people ask us, how do we have so much knowledge? Do we have all the answers to things? No, bro, we don't. I grew up being told that I'm wiser than my age group because I hung around a lot of older individuals. And I believe that Manny took heed to a lot of older individuals, but it was a certain point in time where we had so much knowledge, and God put us together and we would talk about these things on the phone. And I got tired of talking about it with just me and Manny. I'm like, people need to hear these conversations, bro.
People need to know what's going on.
People need to know what's going on, and that's why we're here now.
Yeah.
I don't know it all. I'm not trying to sound like I know it all.
We don't.
I'm not trying to sound like I'm God. I'm trying to give you like, bro, I'm just telling you what works for me.
Yeah.
So maybe we can resonate. And that's why I created the Socially Blessed podcast, bro.
At the end of the day, bro, if y'all have a different take, bro, let us hear it, bro. But what I don't like is when people come on to certain things and they kind of shun our beliefs, and our beliefs have worked for us. Not saying it's gonna work for everybody, but if something hasn't worked for you and we give you some type of idea that could possibly change your life, then take heed to it. Don't, you know what I'm saying? Don't put yourself in this box saying like, no, what they're saying is wrong because it goes against what I believe. But you gotta test it. Test it with the fruits. Test it. Okay, look at them. They're at a beautiful place. I always listen to people that's doing better than me. Always. Anybody that comes to me that's saying crap about, oh, you know, that ain't gonna work for you. How do you know that? You don't know.
Yeah.
You don't know. You know what I'm saying? So we're giving y'all tangible advice just based off how we're living our lives. We've seen the fruit of it, and we just want to get that to y'all. Give y'all some type of, you know, fruit, I guess.
I'm gonna tell you this, bro. I would say the most negative moments in my life was when I was closed-minded. That's when I had the most negative moments in my life, bro.
Yeah.
I think it's very important to understand that everybody has a different take on what you have gone through, right? And it's very important that you open up your mind.
Yeah.
Right. And that's why I created the Socially Blessed podcast, because I know that there are so many different ways of thinking and so many different cultures and so many different people from so many different walks of life that can connect through shared experience in their own unique way. This is why we push for you guys to tell us how you feel in the comments.
Yes.
Because we really want to conversate with you guys.
Bro, we're here to unite everybody, bro.
Yeah.
It's power in numbers, bro. It's power in numbers, and we're stronger together than we are apart. We live in this divide and conquer type of society to where everybody's dividing themselves and everybody wants to do their own thing and then shun other people for doing their own thing. Bro, listen, bro. We love being around other people, bro. Like, we love it, bro. Give me your experience. I want to travel the world, talk to other people who've done different things, how it's worked for them. I want to see other people's cultures, how they do marriage, how they do friendships, how they travel. Like, bro, I just want to get out there and meet people.
And I want to be present. I can't wait to be present in those moments.
Bro, facts.
I cannot wait to be present in those moments.
Bro, I just want to say this, bro, before we end the video. It's power in your presence, man. And if you can practice being present every single day until it becomes your dominant state, bro, you're gonna be not only charismatic, but you're gonna be so magnetic. People gonna love being around you at all times, bro. A lot of our problems are imagined problems. And if you can know how to just remove all those mental limitations and stay there in the present, bro, oh my gosh, bro. Like, it's so beautiful. I fight for it every day. I'll be like, bro, nope, stop. You trying to take my attention. Let me stay present. Nope, I'm not finna be overstimulated. Nope, mind, like, I'll be trying to stay laser focused on being present in the moment because it's power in that thing. I'm telling y'all. So,
hey, bro. Appreciate you. Another banger, another successful episode. Yeah. Thank y'all for tuning in to the Socially Blessed Podcast, the best podcast on the East internet. Coast. You won't find content like this nowhere else. Yeah, like, comment, subscribe.
Subscribe, man. See y'all in the next one, man.
See y'all in the next one.